Anthony Perez. At defensive end, number 13, A.J. Westfield. Nose guard, number 60, Paul Stokes. At defensive end, number 9, Zane McIntosh. At linebacker, number 21, A.J. Bentley. At linebacker, number 22, Wiley Suskowicz. At corner, number 15, Jeremiah Brownlow. At the dime, number 8, J.J. Johnson. At the star, number 7, Spencer McCooch. At free safety, number 11, Tay Lindsay. At the rover, number 2, Braden Carroll. And at corner, number 5, Reggie Hubbard. Starting on Cleveland on offense tonight is going to be quarterback number 2, Kason McGowan. At running back, number 24, Anthony Edens. At tight end, number 33, Dax Evans. At wide receiver, number 14, Kyrese Westfield. At wide receiver, number 5, Kyrie Scott. At wide receiver, number 3, Braden Miha. Starting at the offensive tackle, and I know I've got this wrong. I've got Rodas and Terry. Who was the guy? Who did you tell me was starting? Alea starting at tackle for Rodas. Rodas is out. At offensive line, Aiden Samanek. Offensive lineman number 66, Cole Hitson. Offensive lineman number 50, Cole Bowman. Offensive lineman number 75, Nihar Patel. And that's your Honda of Cleveland starting lineups.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you very much. As the Raiders won the toss, elected to receive. And so lots of times in that occasion, teams will defer until the second half, but the Blue Raiders want the ball, and the Blue Raiders, the rest of the group, besides the 4 co-captains, came on the field as we were having the coin toss. Coin toss brought to you by Cleveland Fasteners and Supply. For all those nuts and bolts you can't find anywhere else, and if they ain't got it, you don't need it. Cleveland Fasteners and Supply on Starview Drive. And we'll send it back to the station for this 30-second break. Kickoff coming up, brought to you by Don Ledford. Back in 30.
Imagine a truck that doesn't just own the road, it dominates it. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey. And our new GMC Sierra is elevating every moment of that journey for me. It's not just a truck, it's a lifestyle. Don Ledford didn't just sell me a truck. They saw the lifestyle I wanted, and they found me that truck.
Kickoff coming up. Noah Canales will kick it off from his own 40-yard line. That's the south end zone here at Bear Stadium. Cleveland will receive and defend the north end zone. And here we are underway. The left-footed kicker puts it in the air. It's going to be called at the 12-yard line. Cleveland on the move to the 20. Opening, 30, sideline, 40, and brought down. Great return, and Cleveland has great field position. As the Blue Raiders' Cam Wilson, a sophomore who played at Hickson last year, this is his first year at Cleveland, gets Cleveland started. Greg Phillips with a nice return.
Yeah, that's a great starting play right there for Cleveland. Get them good field position against a really, really good Bradley defense. So they needed to be in the middle of the field so they could open up their playbook.
So it's going to be Anthony Eddings standing beside quarterback Kason McGowan. They reset, and
Westfield didn't have a mouthpiece in.
So
yeah, he's got to go off the field.
A.J. Westfield going off the field.
They didn't take advantage of this on the first
play.
With no
mouthpiece. So let's see if Cleveland runs to their right. Coming in to replace Westfield will be Devontae McMillan. He goes 240 to Westfield's 275.
I'm not sure he's 240.
McGowan, pass, caught. And it's going to be Mahaye on the reception. So Cleveland completes their first pass of the game as the Blue Raiders started at their 41-yard line. So great return by Cam Wilson. And Cleveland completes the first pass for 5 yards.
Great job by Miha right there, drilling that down and stopping and doing the comeback.
It's going to be Anthony Edwards, and Anthony will gain about a yard. And we already have some pushing and shoving. A Cleveland lineman and one of the linebacker, Andrew Carroll, for the Blue Raiders, having a little bit of excitement, and so everybody back to where they should be. Third down coming up 3rd and 4 for Cleveland. Looked like the Bears moved, no flag thrown. Cleveland looks to the sideline on 3rd and 4. Bradley crowds the line with 5. Looked like a helmet was over the line. Keeper McGowan going to run it. Pursuit following, and he'll go out of bounds. It looked like a late hit over there also. Don't see a flag for that. McGowan stretched it out. They had good pursuit on the Bradley D, but McGowan was able to get the first down and move the chains, Greg. So huge in this game.
Yeah, great 9-yard run right there by McGowan. He was able to get the corner. McIntosh was chasing him, but he was able to get the corner and get upfield and get the first down. And Cleveland is in Bear territory, which they didn't do very much of last week.
3-man line. Here's the toss. It's going to be called, and Cleveland will be in Bear territory at the 39-yard line. On the reception, Westfield, he leads the Blue Raiders in receptions on the year. That is number 26 for Kyrese Westfield.
There's a couple of penalty flags on the sideline, or one on the right side over here, and then there's one on the other side. I'm not sure if it's the same penalty or not.
And
it's on Cleveland. I couldn't tell what it was.
Against the Blue Raiders, so a good positive start for Cleveland. This is the first hiccup for them as they start the game with a nice kickoff return and started at their 40.
It's an illegal motion on Cleveland.
So 5 yards against the Blue Raiders, and it's at the 49 of Bradley. 1st and 15. McGowan's going to keep. Westfield is there and will throw him down for the loss. A.J. Westfield coming up and getting his 17th tackle for loss. So we are in Game 7, early Game 7, and already A.J. has 17 tackles for loss. Ball back across the 50 to the Cleveland 48-yard line, hash mark, home side of the field. What you don't want to do, Greg, is get behind the chains in this game.
And that's exactly where they are right now.
And it's going to be a screen. Anthony Eddings catches it, and catching him immediately is Andrew Carroll, maybe a yard at best. So Bears not fooled by the screen pass, and so 3rd down coming up at the 48-yard line, so practically nothing there on the last play.
Yeah, 3rd and about 18 here. So we'll see what Cleveland, maybe a trick play or something here. They've got to find a way to get the ball down the field.
4-man front for the Bears. McGowan looks, going to get hit over the middle. Ball tipped, intercepted. The ball was tipped, and picking it up before it hit the ground, Wiley Seskowicz, one of their co-captains, a senior who's had a great year, and Cleveland will turn it over on the tip pass over the middle. So give the ball to Bradley with good field position after the Cleveland turnover. Bears have it at their 44-yard line, Greg. Just can't turn the ball over against this group.
Well, again, Terry, you talked about it. They got behind the sticks and then put themselves in a position in a no-win situation, and Bradley took advantage of it. And it looks like Braden Carroll's starting at quarterback and not Cook at this point. So they're going. I think, Terry, you're going to see Bradley just try to run it down their throats.
And so Bears will be hit with a 5-yarder as the center and Braden Carroll on different pages, it appeared. So back to the 39 of Bradley, 1st and 15. And honestly, Greg, we expect Braden Carroll to take a lot of snaps tonight.
I think you'll see Bradley run the football a lot.
Carroll fumbles the ball, picks it up, Cleveland, and he tosses it, and that ball carrier Price is going to be hit. Hubbard's going to be hit immediately. I wonder, though, if they didn't rule Braden Carroll down before he tossed it over to Hubbard, and yes, they do. So it's back to the 34. Another 5 yards against the Bears. And they look at 2nd and 20.
Yeah, Braden Carroll was trying to get rid of the football, so he didn't take the negative yardage there. He wanted somebody else to take it.
Cleveland puts 4 on the line, and we get a stoppage. And Kenyon Phelps being sent off the field by the official.
His pads weren't low enough.
So, Javon DeGrassi, a sophomore running back, comes in. He'll stand beside Braden Carroll. A sideline warning on the Bears.
Sideline warning on the Bears.
So, we've played 3 minutes officially on the clock, and there's been a lot of excitement already.
I've heard more from the officials than I've heard from the players so far, and that's not what you want in a game like this.
DeGrassi on the carry. The sophomore will lean forward, be short of the 40, give him the 38-yard line. So a positive play for Bradley. No score as we're under the 9-minute mark here in the first quarter. Thanks for being with us on Mix 104.1. Wide left will be Brady Lewis. Slotted inside him, Spencer McCooch. Braden Carroll looking over the middle, going to be screened, going to be caught, 40, 50, jumping and going out of bounds with it will be McCooch. Nice little crossing pattern by McCooch, and it's going to be to the 49 of Bradley. 4th down for the Bears, so we'll see if they punt. Their punter is Brady Lewis. Big, strong, tight end linebacker. We'll see if he decides to run the ball or not. 4th down at their 49. They need 5. Good snap. No pressure. Kicks it off the side of his foot and will go out of bounds near the Cleveland 25-yard line. So Cleveland has good field position, turns the ball over on a tip pass. Bradley with a penalty and so forth, the negative yards play, Greg, and so they're unable to do anything. So both teams have had one chance.
Yeah, exactly. And Terry, that is them punting right there tells you how much they're relying on their defense.
Absolutely. Westfield in there as a left defensive end. On the other side is Zane McIntosh, another very good defensive end. 3-man front for the Bears. Cleveland will run it and getting nowhere. Maybe the line of scrimmage, but not more than that. As carrying the ball that time, Blue Raiders went to a different running back. They had Eddings in there for the first series. And he was unable to find yards. Hard to find yards against this Bradley defense. Even Oak Ridge couldn't get more than 10 points last week.
Yeah, I mean, Oak Ridge averages about 450 yards a game, and they had 220 against Bradley.
2nd down. Quick toss to the left side. Going to be caught by Westfield. He'll make the 30. So Westfield up to the Cleveland 30-yard line. They'll look at 3rd down at their 30. Clock with 6:40 to go in a scoreless first quarter at Bear Stadium. In there as the back will be Terrell Emerson, a young freshman, got some playing time last week. So ball at the 30, and Cleveland needs the 35. And now 2 players will go from the right side to the left side of the formation, make it trips on the short side, the left side. McGowan rolls, squares the shoulders. Pass going to be caught right before he went out of bounds. Nice catch by Westfield, his 2nd catch of the game. And the Cleveland Blue Raiders here in the Cleveland Ford first quarter get a Cleveland Ford 1st down. So a nice play by the Blue Raiders. They look like a different ball team right now against the Bears than they did last week against Tyner.
Yeah, they're definitely a little bit cleaner, and and not again, they've got to keep from getting behind the sticks, but they've been a little bit cleaner thus far than they have been as the years progressed.
Bradley adjusts the line as, again, Cleveland has 2 players to go left to right to set up, and a timeout on the field. So 6:09 to go in the first quarter. It's scoreless and a timeout by the Blue Raiders, and we'll take it with them. We'll be back in 60.
The Billy Haney Meat Company has been serving this community for 56 years, locally owned and operated and open to the public. Feel free to call or just walk in to get all of your bulk food needs with no membership required. Keep your chest freezer stocked with frozen and fresh hamburger patties and frozen chicken of all types. The Billy Haney Meat Company literally has it all. Those square pizzas we all loved in school, they have those too. And they keep a large supply of your favorite candy and chips. Call the Billy Haney Meat Company at 336-2468 or visit them at 2154 Old Charleston Road.
Sharpen those pencils, pack those snacks, and don't forget that back-to-school smile.
Whoa, did you get braces?
Yep, I went to Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics of Chattanooga. They let me pick these colors. It was so easy.
Lucky, I can't wait to get braces.
At Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics of Chattanooga, we're here to get those pearly whites picture day ready.
Cheese!
Call 423-541-5500 or visit pdoc.com to book your back-to-school appointment today.
After the Cleveland timeout, a great run by McGowan to the right side. He'll get to the 45 to the 47-yard line, make it 2nd and 2. Nice play, Blue Raiders, as Cleveland looking much better tonight.
Yeah, that was a great run by McGowan, planting his foot and cutting that one up.
Emerson, hammered, textbook tackle. Film of that one should be put in the training or the all the classrooms of football. Andrew Carroll did a perfect head-on tackle.
He just slid his head to the right. He wrapped him up, put his shoulder into him, and like you said, that was a beautiful play right there by Carroll. That you couldn't have said that any better.
So Cleveland 3rd and 3 now. I don't know how he got the yard, but they'll give him a yard. 2 players move to the left side, the wide side of the field. And here's McGowan, has time, fires, outlet over, and a nice coverage by Bradley. Catching the ball was for Cleveland was Scott, but immediately tackled by Bradley. Great defense by the Bears that time. So Scott on the reception, but no yards on the gain. In fact, they lost a yard or so.
Yeah, Terry, just a phenomenal defensive play right there. This Bradley defense is everything that we've been told they were. I mean, they're keeping the ball in front of them. They're tackling, and just a great job by Bradley right now, just doing what they need to do, and they're going to make Cleveland drive the ball.
A Cleveland Utilities power punt coming up very high and not very long. Off the side of the foot, it appears. So Sloan Bolaños, senior punter that time, did the rugby-style kick, but that one was high and short, and it's going to be ruled out of bounds at the 36 of the Bears.
Yeah, Terry, Bolaños doesn't need to try to be too cute right there. He just needs to come out, do the rugby-style punt, and get the ball off, and not, pause and get out of rhythm right there, which is what I think happened on that one.
So Bears' second possession of the first quarter. Cleveland unable to score on their 2 possessions. Clock will show 4:12, scoreless first quarter here on Mix 104.1. Terry Evans, Greg Phillips bringing to the action. Bradley. Bradley loses the ball. Cleveland picks it up. 25, 20, 15-yard line. Cleveland comes up with Bradley's first turnover of the game.
What a hit right there from behind by Dax Evans. Terry, I've called his name a ton of times this year. We were talking about him on the pregame as one of the surprise players of the year. Dax Evans creates the fumble right there, and Cleveland is in business inside the red zone now because Dax Evans hammered Phelps coming through the line.
We had an interview with Dax midweek, and it was played before kickoff tonight. Very exciting young man, very humble, and doing a great job for Cleveland. So Cleveland is the first team to threaten tonight. After the fumble by Bradley, Cleveland has it at the 14 of the Bears. Need points here. Keeper McGowan, he's going to be hit and thrown down at the 16. Loss of 2 on the play. Perez in on the tackle.
Perez, a good player as well. This Bradley defense is just lined with good players.
Cleveland went with a screen pass a while ago, but Bradley was all over that. So you're trying to cut down on their rush, but they have so many not only good but fast players. Greg, they cover a lot of ground. And here they come again. McGowan in trouble. Flag on the play. McGowan gets through one. Fires on the run. End zone. Incomplete.
Wow.
Westfield couldn't bring it down. What a play by McGowan running for his life.
The entire time.
Yes.
He just kept getting away from people, but I think you're going to get Cleveland with a hold right here is probably what it's going to be. They'll probably decline the penalty, but that's I think you're going to have Cleveland on a hold.
Only a slight exaggeration, Greg, but he was running before the ball got snapped back to him.
I'm not sure that's an exaggeration, Terry. I mean, Westfield was in the back. It was almost like Westfield took the ball to the backfield with him and handed it to him. Oh, they called that on Bradley.
Offsetting.
Oh, offsetting penalties. So no play.
So it's going to be second again. And
that's a good outcome for Cleveland right there.
Absolutely. Need at least 3 to get on the board. Clock just over 3 minutes to go. Scoreless first quarter at Bear Stadium. McGowan tries to draw Bradley off. They don't flinch. Bears putting 4 on the line. The official with the white hat takes it off, wipes the sweat. We may have an official's timeout in a minute, Greg. He's getting heated out there.
Yeah, it's been 3 or 4 plays since we've heard from him. So, yeah, we may have one in a minute.
McGowan, here comes the pressure. Fires on the run. Incomplete.
Almost a heck of a play by Hubbard right there.
Trying to make a fantastic out-of-bounds play. Reggie Hubbard, who was wearing the blue and white last year, but the pass was too far out of bounds as Reggie went for a one-handed interception. Ball at the 16 of Bradley. Cleveland has 3rd and 12 coming up. Everybody looking to the bench for instructions.
Terry, Cleveland has to put some points on the board right here. They have to show they can score. That's what they're lacking, is they've got to show they can score.
Shut out last week against Tyner. McGowan rolls left, gonna fire, corner, and out of bounds. Too far out of bounds for Westfield, and so Bolaños will come on to attempt the the field goal. So Bolaños will attempt it. A 33-yard field goal by Sloan. Had a field goal in the Walker Valley game for Cleveland's only points in that first game of the year. Kick in the air. Bolaños has a distance. He's got and a flag on the play.
Cleveland's going to be first and goal. He jumped the center. So Westfield jumped the center right there. They're going to call him for that, and I think that's an automatic first down.
So as the Cleveland band plays to our left, we'll see what the situation is going to be. Definitely against the Bears, because they've not used they haven't moved the down marker yet. The
question is
talking to Coach Brown.
The question is it a first down or not? And that's what will determine.
And against the Bears is decline. The field goal will stand.
So it would not have been a first down, and that's what they were waiting to see.
Cleveland needed 14 for a first down, and they weren't going to get it, so Coach Brown takes the 3 points by Sloan Bolaños. Sloan's field goal brought to you by Duracell. Duracell is hiring. Duracell just across the street from Mix 104.1. So looking for a job, looking for a better job, go to Duracell. Duracell brings you the field goals this year on Mix 104.1. Duracell Cleveland is now hiring. Benefits start day one. Duracell.com.
You think they would hire me, Terry? Probably not.
P.S. We have our limitations. That's here on the script.
Understood. They wanted to, just in case.
So the Blue Raiders have the lead in the game, Greg, for the first time in a month.
I was about to ask that question. When was the last time Cleveland had a lead?
It has been a while. I know that not the last 3 games, and I'll have to go back and see if it's been more than 4. And Bolaños kickoff in the end zone. Practically everyone this year by Sloan has been to the end zone. So Cleveland looking like a different team this week, Greg.
Yeah, and again, this is kind of reminiscent of the McMinn game. And, you know, Cleveland came out and played great in the first half, and they've got to keep their defense. The offense has got to move the ball enough, because it's what happened in the McMinn game. The offense has got to move the ball enough to keep the defense off the field and let the defense get some rest. If they can do that, that's going to be key to this game for Cleveland.
It could have been the McMinn game.
I think that was the last lead. I think that was the last lead they had was McMinn, if I remember right.
And it's going to be a keeper, Braden Carroll, on the first down for Bradley from the 20-yard line. Braden will get 3 yards. He wore the blue and white last year, had a great year. Was hurt the week of the Bradley game last year, did not get to play, Greg.
Yeah, so a lot of these players on this Bradley team were in white last year trying to break a winning streak or a losing streak, and now for Bradley, they're trying to break a one-game losing streak. So this game is about streaks.
That it is. 2nd and 8 for the Bears. 2 minutes plus 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pass to the sidelines, going to be caught. Cleveland there brings him down, but looks like from here on the other side of the field that McCooch got a first down, and they're moving the chains. That will be Bradley's first down of the game.
Mm-hmm. Carroll actually, look, this is the first time we've really seen him throw the football. He's, typically when he's in there, he's running the football, but he is playing basically as a true quarterback tonight.
Here's the snap, and Carroll will hand it off. They'll go to the 35. Nice pickup of 4 yards for the Bears on first down as Phelps runs the ball. Phelps did not play last week against Oak Ridge with an ankle injury, but he carried that time and got to the 35.
Yeah, he's struggled with injuries for a good part of the year, so it's good to see him on the field.
Power left side. They'll run that way. Cleveland breaks through. What a defensive play. They had their power to the left side, and coming through for Cleveland was Titus Matthews. So, nice, or was that Wilson? I believe. Number 9, Matthews.
Yeah, Titus Matthews.
In there for the stop. And, Greg, they had the blockers out front, formation strong left, and Matthews comes through.
Yeah, he broke through right there. Nice job getting to the football.
Keeper. Now they toss it out to Hubbard, his first touch of the game. Cleveland will miss. Hubbard to the 40 and thrown down in front of the bench of the Bears. Mr. Excitement, Hubbard with the ball. 3rd and a yard for the Bears. And now the official, without measuring, says it's a first down. And again, he'll have to take the cap off and wipe that bald head of all the sweat, Greg. So.
Yeah, it's almost like he's bowing to the players or something.
At the end of one here on Mix 104.1, Cleveland leads 3-0 over the Bears. Cleveland 3, Bears nothing. We'll be back in 60. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Hi, my name is Christina Hargraves, and I'm one of 3 Zumba instructors here at the Cleveland Family YMCA. I invite you to step into a Zumba class and enter what we call the party experience of fitness. As we dance to Latin and international rhythms, we place our focus on fun while getting a cardio workout unlike any other. Zumba classes are all-inclusive and geared to cater all fitness levels and backgrounds. Check out our schedule at ymcachattanooga.org for Zumba Gold, and Aqua Zumba class times. I cannot wait to dance with you.
Struggling to find the right nuts and bolts? Stop searching, because Cleveland Fasteners has what you need. Since 1992, we've been Cleveland's go-to source for hard-to-find fasteners, hydraulic hoses, and top-quality tools for maintenance and construction. No minimum orders, same-day delivery, and walk-ins are always welcome. And with our expert team, you get personalized service that big box stores just can't match. Find us on Starview Drive behind Bradley Rentals or call 423-472-5010. Cleveland Fasteners. If we don't have it, you don't need it.
And we get an official stoppage in play before we have the first snap of the second quarter.
It was about time. It had been a few minutes.
And so, mark it off.
I think that was an illegal substitution on Bradley right there.
So, it will be 7 of the men on the field for the Bears huddling. 4, the wideouts didn't huddle. We'll see how this play goes. And pass over the middle intended for Hubbard. He had gotten behind Emilio. He had gotten behind Cleveland's Mija, and the pass incomplete.
That was a nice pass by Carroll right there, Terry. I mean, just getting, lofted the ball, getting good movement, just barely overshot Hubbard right there. He looks good as a quarterback.
He does. As it will be McCooch to the right side of the formation, the short side of the field, and then Twins to the wide side. And here's a give up the middle. Phelps to the 40 and down there. So last year in this game, we were unfamiliar with Phelps. He had a great game running the ball last year, Greg.
Yeah, Terry, he kind of came out at, Bradley, was searching for the right players and stuff last year, and Phelps ended up, he didn't even play, barely played the first 4 games, right, and ended up close to 1,000 yards on the year last year.
Keeper, Braden Carroll, left side, lowers the head, goes across the 45 to the 47. Will not be a first, but he's not going to be too far from it either. Cleveland 3, Bradley nothing. Early second quarter.
Bradley punted the last time they were in this position. This time they're going to go for it.
4th down for the Bears. Boy, Cleveland moved a helmet. Thankfully, no flag was thrown. Now Bears are going to send in the punting team. Let's go! So 4th down and call it 3.5. And play clock down to 8 and stop there. It's going to be motion against Bradley.
I guess they're calling motion because the players got set. The offensive lineman got set, and then they left. Yeah. And so I guess they called motion right there.
So late getting the punting team out there, and as Greg said, the offensive linemen were set, and then when their replacements come running on the field, they got up and left, and so that's the 5 yards. And there's another flag. Let's see what this one is.
This one official has thrown his flag. He's going to need a rotator cuff surgery before this is over with. The same official's thrown his flag about 7 times thus far.
Well, Bradley sending a player off the field. That is A.J. Bentley. I don't know. I don't know if it's just a substitution by Bradley or what, but
they didn't move the football, so
they didn't move it.
I guess it's no penalty. I'm not sure what happened.
I don't know, Greg. We're on the visitor side, so the official always looks at the press box on the home side, of course, to give the indication. Taking a lot of time, but they get the punt off. Fair catch. Oh, and that's going to be a flag on Cleveland as Kyrie Scott gave a fair catch, let the ball hit, and Westfield took it on the bounce.
Yeah, that's not legal. If one player gives the fair catch, then the ball's dead right there. So, but it's a nice try. Trying to sneak one in.
Maybe we could call TSSAA and get that rule changed where you give a fair catch, you don't have to run, but somebody else can with it, Greg.
That would be a nice trick.
That's on your Monday to-do list, Greg.
My Monday may be a little busy for that.
If people only knew. So here's Cleveland as they've held Bradley scoreless here the first possession of the second quarter. It's 3-0 Cleveland on top, 10:20 on the clock. And here's McGowan, but they do an ankle tackle at the 20. Nice play. And he will lose 2 yards. Reggie Hubbard comes up and makes a nice ankle tackle.
Nice play
against Cleveland.
Yeah, nice play right there by Hubbard.
And once again, let's see if Bradley accepts.
Looks like they are going to accept it. That's interesting.
Bradley,
I thought they would decline that since it was negative yardage.
And the ball goes back inside the 20 to the 18 of Cleveland. Blue Raiders being backed up, so 1st and long. McGowan, as Emerson will be his running back beside him. Westfield left defensive end, and here's a keeper by McGowan, and he is hammered. And once again, Suskowich in there doing a great job on D for the Bears. And McGowan kind of had the wind knocked out of him. And again, we get a stoppage in play. Been a lot of penalties in this game.
What? This official's making all kinds of weird signs.
So they move the ball a couple of yards. Have they done the mark-off yet?
Well, there wasn't. The penalty was on the last play. They've run a play since the penalty.
All right. 2nd down for Cleveland.
That went from a -2 to a +3 right there, though, for McGowan. For some strange reason, he didn't make the 15, or the 16, but here we are. I'm not sure what just happened. No wonder that official's rubbing his head.
Yeah. Here's McGowan going to throw it under pressure, incomplete. It's been an interesting officiated game, Greg. We just don't have too many explanations.
And it's so hard being on the visitor side as well. So you can't. You're looking at the explanations from behind, trying to decipher them as well. So that makes it a little tougher, when that's happening. Great job by McIntosh right there. You got those bookend defensive ends with Westfield and McIntosh, and those guys are just living in the backfield. Both really, really good players.
So Cleveland 3rd and very long at their 16-yard line. What you don't want to do here is turn it over. Scott in motion. Here's McGowan firing on the run into the Bradley bench. So it looks 4th down. Cleveland's 2nd punt of the game, we're assuming, coming up in a moment.
And Bolaños needs to get a good punt away here. Just catch the football, rugby style it, and don't hesitate. Just get the ball off and get a good punt right here is what Bolaños needs.
It's going to be snapped at the Cleveland 16-yard line, so they should get good field position. Hubbard back there deep, very, very dangerous, and Spencer McCooch, who's also very dangerous. They're standing at midfield awaiting this punt.
And you don't want to punt the ball to either one of them.
No. Bolaños from his 2 gets a high punt away. One of them's going to catch it. McCooch at midfield and is hit and spins. And finally, the third Blue Raider will bring him down as McCooch caught it, started to his right, was hit, reversed his field, got away from one Blue Raider, but the third Blue Raider at the 50 brought him to his knees.
Nice coverage right there by the Cleveland punt team.
And they will make it official at the Cleveland 49-yard line. So Blue Raiders D trying to hold Bradley here as Cleveland leads us 3-0. Just under 9 minutes to go in the first half. Quick toss out to Phelps, and Cleveland's going to, he gets away and goes to the 45. Had nothing, ends up to the 45. So Phelps gets 4 on his own. Second down at the Cleveland 45 for the Bears. And again, everybody moves except the center and the football.
It was a nice job by Phelps right there, making something out of nothing and getting positive yardage, and all for Bradley to give it back right there on the penalty. Again, new quarterback. This is Braden Carroll's played some quarterback, but he hasn't been an all-time quarterback, and so that's going to be some growing pains, and it's been some growing pains thus far for the Bears.
So at midfield, 2nd and 11. And Carroll will give Phelps left side. He's got the 45, cuts it outside, back up, has his 10, and goes to the 36 of Cleveland. And the change will move. It's a Cleveland forward first down. Nice running by Phelps.
He was, Terry, 8 or 9 yards down the field before he was even touched by a Cleveland player. That offense did a great job of screening them in right there and getting him to the outside.
Quick pass, Hubbard to the left side, catches and goes for 5 yards to the 35-yard line. Bradley goes fast. Let's see if they do it again. Hubbard a little bit slow getting up. Bradley trying to get set. They wanted to hurry up. Cleveland's had plenty of time to get their defense set. And we get, is it a timeout? Yes, timeout for Cleveland. Their second timeout of the half. We'll be back in 60. The score, Cleveland 3, Bradley nothing in the second quarter. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Have you seen what happens when a weed eater gets too close to vinyl siding? Ouch! Choose steel siding from Best Buy Metals, available in board and batten and lap siding options. Permanent siding from Best Buy Metals is custom manufactured to the half-inch for a perfect fit. Stop by a showroom or go to bestbuymetalroof.com to learn how you can protect your structure.
Hi, this is James with Cleveland Business Services. We're here standing by ready to help any local small businesses with a variety of needs. And we can handle just about any tax situation you find yourself with, whether it be business, personal, or a combination of both. Our personal tax returns start at $39. We can help you get filed using our app. We can schedule you an in-office appointment, or you can simply drop off your tax documents and be filed within 48 hours or less. Reasonable rates and a dedicated staff are just a few reasons why Cleveland Business Services is a great choice. Give us a call today at 423-86-TAXES. That's 423-868-2937.
After the Cleveland timeout, DeGrasse goes right up the middle for a quick first down for the Bears, and they want to go fast. It's a first down at the Cleveland 20, so they're in the key of Cleveland drive zone. DeGrasse goes to the 14, gain of 6. So Bradley has started this series going fast, Greg, and it's paid off.
Yeah, they've definitely been able to keep the flow going and keep moving. So that's 3 carries, 22 yards for DeGrassi so far. So he's the backup running back has run the ball very well.
Don't know if Phelps' ankle is bothering him, but DeGrassi is in there now. Keeper Braden Carroll left side to the 10 and undercut and falls to the 5. So it's going to be a 1st and goal to go for the Bears. A Cleveland Ford first down for Bradley. And they give him the 7 instead of the 5.
5 carries, 11 yards for Carroll thus far.
Same play, left side. He cuts it upfield. Does he get his 7?
He does.
He does. Braden Carroll from 7 out will put Bradley ahead at 6-3. Halfway through the second quarter, clock will show 6:25 to go in the first half, and the Bears are on top for the first time. Noah Canales, 19 of 19 in point afters this year. Waiting the snap. Placement, kick in the air, and he is now 20 of 20. Bradley goes up 7-3 with 6:25 to go in the second quarter, and we'll be back in 60. This is sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
This is Dr. Brian Beard with the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry. I hear daily about headaches, and when I ask for more information, most people believe it's related to stressful life. But most headaches can be traced back to the bite and even the teeth. An oral surgeon from Vanderbilt developed a medical device that alleviates inflammation in the TMJ and basically eliminates headaches. Give us a call. You shouldn't have to deal with headaches ever again. How much could you enjoy life if headaches were a thing of the past? 476-6541.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent that's a part of your community. Your local Allstate agent knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting a home in your neighborhood. By choosing a local Allstate agent, you get an expert who knows the community and is committed to getting to know you, which means George Gray can help you get the protection you want that fits you and your life. Are you in good hands? Contact George Gray, Allstate Insurance, today for a free quote.
Canales ready to kick off. Bears have a 7-3 lead. And this one will be taken at the Cleveland 7-yard line. 10, 20, and out of bounds there. Again, a good return by the Blue Raiders as Cleveland has Titus Matthew make that Cam Wilson. I'm sorry. Wilson on the return. Cleveland has the ball at the Blue Raider 24-yard line, visitor side of the field as far as the hash mark goes. For the Blue Raiders, it will be Quentin Jones as the H-back, right side. Now they reset him to the left. And Cleveland wants to run the ball, nothing doing. They will lose a couple of yards. Well, they ran where the back had reset, but it didn't make any difference to the Bears.
Yeah, Westfield has lived in the backfield thus far, Terry. He's almost impossible to block. Such a good player.
And going to Tulane next year, he will be a Green Wave next year, right?
He will be a Green Wave.
And
we'll play there.
Yes, he will. A Raider, a Bear, and then a Green Wave.
Yep.
Cleveland trying to manage some offense. Quick toss going to be caught. And making one miss and rolling to the 30 for the Blue Raiders is Scott. And for Kyrie Scott, 14th reception of the year. He has 2 TDs on the year. Clock at 5 minutes of the first half. 7-3. Bears on top. McGowan, quick toss, and did he hang on? No, didn't hang on to the ball. Good D by the Bears that time. The pass was on the money, intended for Mihah, but he got hammered, and so fourth down Cleveland on a 4th and 6 coming up.
Nice pass right there by McGowan. Mihah just couldn't hold on.
Part of that reason was being hammered from behind.
He did. He got hit hard. This Bradley team, they bring the wood. They hit hard. And again, they take on the mentality of their coach, just hard-nosed and playing hard and hitting hard.
Bolaño's third punt of the first half, and this one is angled out of bounds. Let's see, looks like,
Yeah, it went out of bounds early.
Yes, it did. It didn't make the 50. It's out of bounds at the 47. And as Greg pointed out earlier, with the two deep men for Bradley, Reggie Hubbard and McCooch, you don't want them handling the ball. So
yeah, but Terry, I mean, the last few games, and again, not sure what's going on, but we've seen Bolaño struggle punting the football. I mean, he's been phenomenal all year. Of course, part of that is he's been having to run for his life, catching the football and stuff like that. But it's the punting game's been a little bit of a struggle the last few games.
Here's a give. It's going to be Phelps back in there. Makes one miss and loses his footing. When Phelps cut, he lost his footing, gained a couple of yards, give him about 3.
Yeah, he doesn't lose his footing right there. Somebody's going to be chasing him down from behind. He had made the corner, and he was getting upfield, and that was, Cleveland's lucky there. He actually fell.
So the ball at the Blue Raider 44-yard line. Hubbard, slot receiver, left side. Braden Carroll has quarterbacked the entire game for Bradley. And here's Hubbard coming around, getting the handoff, has some running room, 40, 30, and pulled down by Westville. Scott in there to assist. So Reggie Hubbard will get, and we've got a flag on the play.
Yeah, there's a hold right there. That's going to make it come back.
That's going to wipe out Hubbard's positive yardage. In the second quarter, we've not had as many flags, Greg.
You shouldn't have said that, Terry.
I know. Living on the edge. Ball will go back almost to midfield. When they stop walking, it's the Cleveland 47-yard line, with just over 4 minutes to go till the Southland Finance halftime show.
Terry, in the track meet that is East Hamilton versus Walker Valley, 9:23 left in the second, 20-16 East Hamilton. I had to see which way it was going. So 20-16 East Hamilton.
That is two really good schools going against each other for first place in that region for Class 5A. New runner in the game, and it's Suskowicz, and he'll get the 40-yard line. So the senior co-captain makes some positive yardage there to the Cleveland 40-yard line. Bradley wanting to go fast. Power left side, and here they go. Carroll cuts it up. Carroll goes to the 35, tripped and falls forward. But another Cleveland Ford first down.
Terry, here's one of the things I want to talk to that's scary is Bradley has just missed about 5 runs going to the house because they've slipped. That somebody's going to set a foot here in a minute and get to the house. That was a drop. That was on the ground.
And here is Hubbard. After the ball hit the ground, he goes inside the 30 on the pass, but from up here, are they going to let that stand, Greg?
There's no way that was a catch.
That ball was on the ground.
And he held it on the ground, showing them it was on the ground, and they missed that one.
Ball at the Cleveland 28-yard line after the missed call. Here's Suskowicz running hard, straight ahead, goes inside the 20. Another Bradley first down. Bradley's size beginning to show with this fast pace, Greg. They're wearing the defense down pretty quickly.
Well, Terry, I talked about that early on, is that this Cleveland defense needed to get breaks, and they're not getting it. And this is where the depth of Bradley and the lack of depth of Cleveland is really getting affected.
Power left. And going forward to the 15-yard line, Braden Carroll. So Bradley right now playing the pound game, and they're pounding Cleveland right now.
And also this experienced, strong offensive line is just they're going to work. Bradley's offensive line is going to work right now.
Clock at the 2:15 mark of the first half, and they're in the in the key of Cleveland drive zone pass.
How did he catch that ball?
Going to be caught, touchdown, Reggie Hubbard. It looked like two defenders of Cleveland cut on the ball to intercept. I don't know how Braden Carroll threaded the needle. I thought Cleveland was going to have a pick, but somehow it went through, and in the end zone was Reggie Hubbard for the touchdown.
I have no earthly idea how that ball made it through.
That's unbelievable right there.
That was crazy.
Canales point after attempt. In the air, it is good. So the score with 2:04 to go in the first half, it's going to be Bradley 14, Cleveland 3. We'll be back in 60.
Hey ladies, when you're balancing family, career, community, and more, it's hard to find time for your health. At Bradley Medical Center, we understand how busy life is. That's why we built our state-of-the-art Women's Imaging Center. Whether it's for screening and prevention or more specific needs, you deserve a healthcare partner in an environment that feels comfortable and works around your schedule. Call 423-244-9272 to schedule your appointment. Do it for you. Do it for your loved ones.
Whirlpool Cleveland is currently hiring for entry-level production roles. Starting pay $18.25 per hour, jumps to $19.35 per hour after 90 days. Benefits start on day one, including medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, and more. 120 total hours of paid time off. 10 hours the first 3 months. Remaining balance after 90 days. Apply at jobs.whirlpool.com. Jobs.whirlpool.com.
Canales kickoff coming up. The left-footed kicker booms it, and this one comes down inside the 10. It's going to be taken there by Jay Isbell, a freshman, and he loses his footing at the 20. So that field must be getting a little slick out there on a cool night.
Yeah, they've definitely had some trouble with footing.
So the freshman Isbell goes down at the 20. Might have been able to get some more yardage, but was not to be. So it's at the Blue Raider 20-yard line. Cleveland, a great job in the first quarter, but Bradley has controlled the second quarter.
Hey, guys, I got it.
So normal players out there for the Blue Raiders on this series, except Dax Evans will be the H-back here. He resets to the right side. Bradley sending the backers, and here is McGowan, and he is sacked at the 10-yard line. They sent the house, and the house caved down on Kason McGowan. That sack brought to you by Food City. Food City with 3 locations in the Cleveland area. Sacks on Mix 104.1, supplied by Food City. And we got a timeout on the field, and we're going to take a 30-second break here of the score. Bradley 14, Cleveland 3. We'll back in 30.
Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Do you have restless legs or leg cramps? Dr. James Gooden offers office treatment that can make you look and feel better within a day. And your procedure is covered by most insurance. Visit MilliganVein.com.
Hi, this is Kim with TVFCU. Are you a small business owner? Apply now for TVFCU's Idea Leap grant. You could win up to $30,000 to grow your business. Deadline is October 27th. Visit tvfcu.com/idealeap today.
With 1:52 on the clock, timeout call. Bradley wanting that ball back. Cleveland has a second and very long. McGowan sacked. And the ball to be snapped at the 12. They put 4 on the line. Usually it's a 3-man line, but they're showing 4. And the linebackers backing up.
And Westfield not down in the stands. He's out at the end, going to crash in there.
And we get a whistle. Wait.
Cleveland calls a timeout.
A timeout for Cleveland. And so we will take a quick 60-second break for this Cleveland timeout and be back in 60.
Leisure Time Bowling is Cleveland's party place. Birthday parties for children, teenagers, and adults. Birthday parties at home take a lot of work, a lot of decorating, cooking, cleaning. Let Leisure Time Bowling do the work for you. Custom party packages are available, including some with Cosmic Bowling. Call 728-2988, 728-2988, ltbowling.com.
So who is the best local law firm? Well, winning the Best of the Best award answers that question. You have some small firms that might get a nomination or two, mostly by friends and family. Then there are those that have been around a while that have gotten several nominations on name recognition alone. But only Warren & Griffin has won the Best of the Best law firm 10 years in a row. 10 years.
I'm Steve Martin. I'm John Moore. Chattanooga's best law firm, 10 straight years.
Call us 265-HURT. We are your local law firm.
The Cleveland timeout, still second down. Deep in Cleveland territory. Here's a give and a running room for the first time as going across the 15 to the 17. The Blue Raiders, a little bit of life there. Emerson on the carry. As we said, he's just a freshman. So makes things look a little bit better. Still third and call it 12.
Yeah, 12 or 13.
And Bradley's going to stop the clock with another timeout. 1:42 to go in the first half. And we'll just keep it right here as both teams using their timeouts here near the end of the first half. Of course, Bradley trying to preserve theirs. As want to remind you about First Horizon Bank. First Horizon Bank will find a way. Located on Key Street near Chick-fil-A and 25th Street at Chambliss Avenue. Anytime a team is within the 20-yard line, it's the key of Cleveland drive zone. John Davis makes it easy as 1-2-3 on South Lee. Scoreboard by Elders Ace Hardware on Key Street. First downs, Cleveland Ford. And timeouts, which is what we're in now. Milligan Vane, do your legs feel heavy,
yes,
tired, or achy? Dr. James Gooden offers an office treatment that will make you look and feel better. MilliganVane.com. Pass to Westfield. Under a lot of pressure, Westfield will make the 20, 25. Looks like a pinball machine to the 30 and a first down. They finally took the ball away from him as everybody in a Bear uniform on the field had a shot. But Westfield held on until he was down at the 30-yard line.
What an effort right there by McGowan to get him the ball, and then for Westfield to fight to get that yardage right there to keep Bradley from getting another chance at scoring.
So Reggie Hubbard having fun with the Cleveland sideline over there. 1:30 and the clock running. A new set of downs for Cleveland as after a great effort, as Greg said, both McGowan and Westfield both got hammered and paid a big price. And here's a give. Emerson up the middle, and he'll go to the 36-yard line. Maybe the best running play of the game for Cleveland thus far.
Well, Terry, what they're doing is they're running. Westfield is going all out, going after the quarterback, and they're running right where Westfield is supposed to be. So their runner is running right by Westfield right now. They're taking advantage of his aggressiveness right now.
14-3 in favor of Bradley. 50 seconds to go in the first half. McGowan looks to his left, rolls to his right, fires a bullet, incomplete. So his first option was to the left. That was covered, and so he had to roll right and fire on the run. Westfield will come back in, and Caden Thompson of Cleveland will go out. So Westfield regrouped after getting hammered by 11 Bears a while ago.
At least. There may have been more than that.
And some of them had 2 shots at him.
They may have snuck some extra players in.
3rd down, Cleveland. Need a first here. Don't give the ball back to the Bears with any time on the clock.
And Bradley's about to come after him right here. They're going to come hard. They're going to bring the house.
And here they come. Pass. Going to be count. First down, Cleveland. Cleveland converts. And Meha, who caught it, is down after the catch. And he has been injured earlier in the year, and he took a shot there. So the ball is a first down at the Cleveland 46-yard line and 33 seconds on the clock. Coach Brown and the athletic trainer over there helping him to his feet. But the little guy took one big hit right there and held on to the football. Greg, that's one thing. It's one thing to get hit. It's another thing to still have possession when you get knocked like that.
Yeah, definitely. And what it does is it gives Cleveland a chance to kind of set their offense here and run a play. Unlike college and other places, there's no penalty or anything for him for the injury right there. So they basically get to come in and set almost like a time. It's almost like a timeout.
Right.
Surprise teams don't do it more often, to be honest.
Well, that one would not have been a fake there.
No. That definitely wasn't a fake. But I'm just saying, I'm surprised teams don't do it more often.
Yeah, I knew what you meant, but, lots of times in college you think it's a fake near the half or into the game. Flag on the play. McGowan can't find anybody and charges to the right side and out of bounds.
It's going to be a penalty on Cleveland for a hold right there.
And Meha comes back in. A goody little player right there. Coming out of the game will be Cam Wilson. So 16 seconds to go and a big mark off against the Blue Raiders of 15 yards. A 14-3 ball game as we're near halftime.
I thought
Bradley
Westfield
has scored 14 in the second quarter.
I thought Westfield was going to try to sneak about 10 yards downfield right there. Is going to stay down there.
Flanker screen left side going to be caught by Emilio Green. Bradley misses a tackle and he'll go out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So a nice play there by Emilio Green, his first catch of the game. He has been a great target this year, as that is reception number 12.
Take that back, Terry. Penalty on the play.
Oh, my gosh. So we're down to 7 seconds on the clock. And so a lot of good plays on both sides here in the second quarter have been called back.
If I'm Cleveland right here, Terry, I probably just kneel on the ball and just try to get to the half.
Yeah, it's first down, so even if Bradley were to call a timeout, you just kneel down again. And McGowan will keep and be tackled at the 25, loss of a yard, and that's going to be the first half. Halftime here on Mix 104.1. It's going to be the Bradley Bears of Coach Damon Floyd 14, Coach Chris Brown's Blue Raiders 3, as we go to the half here on Mix 104.1, as it will be the Southland Finance halftime show coming up in 3 minutes.
Check your wallet. Empty? Check your bills. Overdue? Check your stress level. Maxed? Now, Check Into Cash. Check Into Cash is your one-stop money shop, and we've got everything you need. Payday loans and flex lines of credit options? Check. Quick in-store services like money orders and wire transfers? Check. Turn your unused gift cards into cash? Oh yeah, check. And yes, we cash checks. All kinds. Fast. Check that off your list. Visit checkintocash.com or check into a store to get started. The process is simple, quick, and designed to get you the help you need fast. If you've been approved, you can leave with cash in hand. We have locations in the Chattanooga area, including Cleveland and Athens. Check in, cash out, and get on with life. Check into cash. We fund today to make a better tomorrow. Subject to state regulations, eligibility, credit check, underwriting, and approval. Rates, restrictions, and fees apply. Visit the store for details.
Hi, I'm Stephen Beasley, and our family is the new owners of the UPS store in Cleveland, Tennessee. Whether you need to do a lightning-fast Amazon return or need to pack and ship with a guarantee, the UPS store is the place where you can make it happen. We also do a lot of printing, copies, and notary. The store is now open 7 days a week, and we've got the speed, the service, and yes, a smiling team. So the next time you need to ship, print, or return anything, don't go postal. Come see us at the UPS store in Cleveland.
Do you have too much stuff? Most of us do. It's time to call All Safe Storage. All Safe Storage has 5 locations serving Cleveland and Bradley County. Founded by Ed Brown over 35 years ago. Get your first month free at All Safe Storage. Call 479-6377. First month free, 479-6377 or allsafetn.com.
United Community has proudly served our community's banking needs for 75 years. We've put our customers first since the very beginning. Need a mortgage that fits your budget? Ready to turn your side hustle into a small business? No matter what your goals are, we're here to help you meet them. Because for 75 years, we've listened to our customers and tailored our financial services to fit their needs. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Go to ucbi.com to learn how we can serve you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 421841.
This is Neil Scott, GM of United Structural Systems. We're currently looking to expand our teams at both our Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Knoxville offices. We have a first-class benefits offering with medical, dental, vision, and ancillary benefits, PTO upon hire date, referral bonuses up to $2,500 per referral, 401k, and weekly production bonuses. And we have career paths, leadership development training, and even employer-sponsored industry certifications. If you're interested in joining, please go online at ussTN.com/careers or call us 423-320-8883.
It's time for the Cleveland Blue Raiders Halftime Report, brought to you by Southland Finance. Visit them on the web at southlandfinance.net.
Welcome to the Southland Finance Halftime Show here on Mix 104.1. Southland Finance located at Peerless Road and 25th Street here in Cleveland. Great, beautiful building there at Peerless at 25th. Or also southlandfinance.net. And Greg, are you ready with the stats?
I'm always ready, Terry. I was born ready.
Yes, you were.
So
Cleveland Business Services brings you the halftime stats for all your tax, payroll, bookkeeping, and more. 423-86-TAXES. 423-868-2937. Here's Greg with the Cleveland Business Services halftime stats.
Thanks, Terry. At the end of one, Cleveland led 3-0 on a 33-yard field goal by Bolaños. In the second quarter, Braden Carroll had a 7-yard run for a touchdown. Canales with the extra point, and then Braden Carroll had a 16-yard pass to Reggie Hubbard for a touchdown, and Canales with the extra point to make the lead 14-3 at the half. For Bradley, in the first half, Braden Carroll, 6 of 7 for 55 yards and a touchdown in the first half. That's, again, this is the first time that we've seen him play all-time quarterback, and he's definitely, they've had some issues with the snaps and, a couple of things like that, but he has played well as the quarterback.
Absolutely.
Kenyon Phelps had 5 carries for 31 yards, and Carroll had 8 carries for 28 yards and a touchdown. So Carroll responsible for 2 touchdowns, 1 passing and 1 running. Javen DeGrassi, 3 carries for 22 yards. Reggie Hubbard, 1 for 7. And Suskowitz came in the second quarter and had 2 carries for 15 yards. So Bradley, I'll get it right in a minute, 19 carries, 103 yards in the first half rushing. Kenyon Phelps had 1 catch for 4 yards. Reggie Hubbard was 4 for 33. And Spencer McCooch was 2 for 18. So Bradley had 158 yards of total offense in the first half, and they had 5 penalties for 30 yards in the first half. Terry, I'm so tongue-tied today, it's not even funny. For Cleveland, Casey McGowan, 8 of 15 for 48 yards. And he had 8 carries for 7 yards. He had 1 big sack, so that's what drove those yardage back. Emerson had 4 carries for 11 yards. Anthony Edens had 2 for -1. So Cleveland was 14 carries for 17 yards in the first half rushing. Westfield had 3 catches for 26 yards. Kyrie Scott 2 for 5, and Miha 2 for 15, and Anthony Edens 1 for 2. Cleveland had 65 yards of offense in the first half, and they were 4 penalties for 35 yards in the first half. So net of 30 yards of offense in the first half for Cleveland. That's your halftime stats.
You know, Greg, it just seemed like there were more flags than that. Of course, a couple flags were declined, but it just felt more than that many flags.
Well, Terry, there were a couple of flags that were declined, but they also stopped play 2 or 3 times just kind of for no reason. So it definitely felt like there were more flags than that, because they would just stop play and the official would wipe his head, and then we'd go back to playing again.
Yeah, I think Baldy had a couple of timeouts there where he would wipe sweat. But anyway, got to have fun at the old ball game. Usually Greg is the one talking about the striped shirts, so I guess it's my turn tonight.
I appreciate you giving me the night off, Terry.
Absolutely. Anything for Greg. We will take another break here at the half. 14-3, Bradley on top. As Greg said, Cleveland 3-0 at the end of the first quarter, and Bradley 2 touchdowns in the second quarter to make it 14-3. Bradley coming in 4-2 overall in the year, 2-1 in Region 2 Class 6A. Cleveland come in at 0-2 in the region and 0-6 for the entire season. Cleveland off next week. Bradley will go to Saudi next Friday night. But Cleveland, with school being on fall break, will have an open week next Friday night. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. Cleveland will be back at Raider Field in 2 weeks to take on a winless Bearden team. And then 3 weeks from tonight, it's up to Hardin Valley, the last road game of the regular season. And then,
I think I'm busy that night, Terry.
Pardon?
I think I'm busy that night.
No, you're not busy. Hey, you're up there most of the time anyway, going to see your son and daughter-in-law.
Yeah, he actually lives in Hardin Valley. He's about 3 or 4 minutes from the school, so I guess I can make that one.
I think you can, Greg. And then the regular season comes to close. A Thursday night game right before Halloween on a Friday. So Cleveland's last regular season game will be on the 30th of October, a Thursday night at home against a Farragut team with 1 win on the year, and that's where they beat Bearden. So 3 games after tonight left on the regular season for the Blue Raiders, but off next week. So Greg and I will be back in 2 weeks. And for right now, Greg and I are going to take a 2-minute break and have more on the Southland Finance Halftime Show when we return. This is Sports on Mix 104.1. Thanks to Keely and Ryan and everybody at the station making it all work.
Friday Night Lights, hometown pride, and the determination that drives our teams forward. At Southland Finance, we know what it takes to compete because our own Brent Matthews and Mike Parker were high school athletes themselves. They understand the hard work, commitment, and teamwork that go into every practice and every game. That's why Southland Finance proudly supports our local football teams on and off the field. From kickoff to the final whistle, we're cheering right alongside you. Experience the Southland difference today.
Each morning I arrive while the world still sleeps, slicing fresh cuts of certified Angus beef.
Yeah, that's my food, city butcher. I need your advice.
How about a gourmet burger with a little spice?
I'm hosting a cookout and it has to sizzle.
Try ribeyes with balsamic glaze, but just a drizzle.
Nobody does food
like Food City.
When competition is fierce, sports injuries happen, and Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics is here to help. Saturday sports clinics are available at our Chattanooga and Cleveland offices from August 23rd through November 8th for the treatment of non-emergency orthopedic injuries like sprains, strains, and fractures. Doors open at 9 a.m., no appointment needed to be seen by our highly trained physicians and clinical staff. Saturday sports clinic dates are subject to change. Check sportmed.com for the latest information. That's sportmed.com.
Langley Roofing is our skilled winning home team. From getting your emergency repair prioritized to a replacement you'll be proud of. Real craftsmanship, on time, in budget. Langley is a local family protecting our homes from the top down. Langley means safety, security, and savings for roofing, gutters, and skylights. You'll see Langley's promises come to life on your home. And yeah, it's true. When you see a good roof, chances are it's a Langley.
Welcome back to the Southland Finance Halftime Show here on Mix 104.1. And we appreciate our friends at the 24/7 Movement and also ATS The Bridge. Join the 24/7 Movement and make a difference, keeping drivers and passengers safe on our roads. In memory of Dustin and Brittany Dillard. Find out more at the 247movement.org.
Terry, down in Chattanooga, the only update I have is at the end of one, McCallie leads Baylor 7-0. At the half at East Hamilton, in a huge region game down there with Walker Valley, East Hamilton leads Walker Valley 27-16 at the end of the first half down there.
All right, Greg, thank you very much. Ace Hardware scoreboard. And Greg bringing you those updates. Now that Walker Valley East Ham game is on 101.3 ESPN Cleveland, one of our sister stations. And Andy Morris and Jim Gum down there doing that game. I suppose Jacob Mason is on fall break, Greg, since Jacob's not there tonight. But
yeah, must be. I'm not sure. You'll be give a couple of more scores, Terry?
Please.
Yeah, so at the half, Ottawa leads Soddy Daisy 10-7. Loudon 27, Sequoia 0. Ray County up on Lenoir City 33-0. Kind of a surprise here at the half. Knox Central 17, McMinn County 14. So that's a little bit of a surprise there for me. Getting back up into the region, Bradley and Cleveland's region. Oak Ridge 34, Bearden 0. So that's Oak Ridge is going to stay undefeated. Bearden's going to stay defeated, I guess, as it were. Kingston 13, McMinn Central 10 at the half. Farragut 21, Hardin Valley 7 at the half. So Farragut right now 1-5, but they're 2 touchdowns ahead of Hardin Valley, who is 3-3. So there's some updated scores from around our region.
Thank you, Greg. As we appreciate Ace Hardware bringing you the scoreboard. Ace Hardware at their beautiful location on Key Street. ATS The Bridge raises awareness of the opioid epidemic, guiding people who are ready to seek treatment and encouraging them to sustain sobriety once they are clean. Find out more at atsthebridge.com. And once again, thanks to so many people, Play Clock brought to you by Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix. Over 40 years of experience, family owned. Lamcon.us. Punts by Cleveland Utilities, your hometown connection. Penalties by Bradley County Litter Grant. People, please don't make Bradley County with litter all over it. Please don't throw things out the window. So penalties brought to you by Bradley County Litter Grant. Also, Huddle. Once a team does huddle, which doesn't happen too often, Huddle by USS, Chattanooga's waterproofing and foundation expert, USSTN.com.
I'm not sure they get their money's worth on that, Terry. Not a lot of huddling in high school football today.
Not too much. Quarterback sacks by Food City, Ocoee Crossing, McGrady Drive, Georgetown Road. Vortex Center for Orthopedic Care for all your orthopedic needs, VOYTIK.com. Dale's Heating and Air, just call Dales.com. Chick-fil-A, located on Key Street in Paul Huff. Download the Chick-fil-A app today. Crown, your Jeep and Ram headquarters in Southeast Tennessee, I-75 at exit 20. Jersey College, young nursing career starts here, jerseycollege.edu. And as soon as we find our new copy for Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram that Bridget sent to me today, and here we go. Shop over 225 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams, up to $14,000 off MSRP. Yes, I said $14,000 off MSRP. Or get financing as low as 2.9% for up to 72 months. Get model year-end closeout savings on a new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie, up to $14,000 off MSRP. Crown CDJR, the better way to buy and service. Visit CrownChryslerDodgeJeep.com. And we'll be back in 3 minutes as the Bradley Band has just performed, and now they're off the field. It's senior night here at Bears Stadium, the last home game of the regular season for Bradley. They're on the road for their next 3 games. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Duracell in Cleveland is hiring mechanical skilled technicians, $22 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day one. Medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k, tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply now at Duracell.com.
Not all composite decking is the same. Enjoy life's beautiful moments on an equally beautiful composite deck. Envision's products feature deep, non-repeating grains and distinct colors throughout each pour, offering a truly unique appearance unlike anything else on the market. Learn more and find inspiration for your project at Cleveland Plywood. Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
From the job site to the showroom, Wholesale Supply has the top brands you trust at the prices that work for your bottom line. With over 30 locations across the Southeast and over 75 years of service, no one supports contractors and communities like we do. Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver.
Turn your world yellow with Mayfield Dairy this fall. Whether you're wrapping up a workout or craving a tasty afternoon treat, our rich chocolate milk replenishes nutrients and provides high-quality protein to keep you going. Grab some Mayfield milk today and experience real, southern, sunny goodness in every sip. From our iconic yellow jugs to our delicious chocolate milk, everything tastes better with Mayfield. Turn your world yellow because the best moments are made with Mayfield Dairy.
Check out the spooky savings this October at Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. And 0% or $5,000 cash back on 2025 Pathfinders and Muranos. Want to trade in your old car? Nissan is giving up to $5,000 over book value when you trade. And they'll buy your car even if you don't buy theirs. Shop in person on Exit 20 off of I-75 or visit cleveland-nissan.com. Payments are per month for 75 months. Does not include tax, tag, title, or dealer doc fee. Must finance through the dealer subject to credit approval and pick from new dealer stock.
For decades, Cleveland Utilities has been your trusted partner in providing reliable utility services to the community, consistently delivering quality and care. Now, that same dedicated team is bringing cutting-edge fiber internet to the area. Enjoy fast, dependable connectivity backed by the local company you already know and trust. By choosing Cleveland Utilities Fiber, you're choosing superior internet. Check availability or sign up today at fiber.clevelandutilities.com or call 423-472-4521.
Save now during the Drive into Fall event at Crown CDJR Cleveland. Shop over 225 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams. Up to $14,000 off MSRP. Or get financing as low as 2.9% for up to 72 months. Don't miss model year closeout savings on new Ram 1500s. $14,000 off MSRP. Crown CDJR, the better way to buy and service. Visit CrownChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
As we are finishing up Southland Finance halftime show here on Mix 104.1, a 14-3 count in favor of the Bears. As Greg pointed out, Cleveland on the board in the first quarter with Sloan Bolaños' field goal, and then Bradley scores twice in the second quarter. Greg, if you look at the region standings, you got Maryville and Oak Ridge unbeaten in the region. That's probably going to be the way they will be the last game of the regular season when they play each other.
Agree. Yeah, I think, again, we haven't seen Maryville yet, have we?
Yeah.
We have seen Maryville.
Yeah. It was a flash, but we got a good view of them.
That's right. That was wow. It was the one where the second half lasted about 12 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, so we've seen Maryville and Oak Ridge both. Both of them are really good football teams. I would tell you, I think both of them have a shot at going all the way. I mean, I think both of them are that good. I mean, obviously you got your Oaklands and stuff like that, but Oak Ridge and Maryville are definitely the class of the class of this region, and both of them have a chance at winning some games. And I like you think they will both be undefeated going into that last game of the year, and the winner of that game will win the region. So that's going to be interesting. That'll be a fun game to be at. And then right now you think that Bradley is probably the number 3 team, probably by a long shot, and then that number 4 seed is really kind of up for grabs.
That it is. And also, to our friends up at Walker Valley, Greg, they're in a battle down at East Town. Both of them rated in the top 10 for Class 5A. My humble opinion is the winner of that game has not clear sailing, but they sure have a big advantage of winning that region in Class 5A.
Well, especially East Hamilton, because they've already played Ray County. Mm-hmm. So they've already beat Ray County handily. And so they if East Hamilton wins it, I think they may actually have won the region if they win that game. I'm not sure, but it's going to it would be close. But I think definitely. But I think both of those teams, as it stands today, both of those teams will have home games in the first round of the playoffs. And
also though, let's see. Walker and McMahon, has that game been played?
It has.
That's right, it has. Last year, I think McMahon beat them the last regular season game, but yeah, the schedule was different this year, and Walker has already beaten McMahon, so I agree with you that Easttown and Walker probably will be the home team's first round of the region tournament in Class 5A.
Yeah, and your other two are going to be Ray County. Probably, again, barring, something crazy happening, it's going to be Ray County, and McMinn County will be the 3 and 4 seeds. Probably yes. McMinn County the 3 and Ray County the 4 would be my guess.
So that's our look at the region that Walker Valley's in and the region that Cleveland and Bradley are in, as looks like Cleveland linemen, etc., just now out there running drills. They were a little bit late coming out of the halftime break. The kickers have been out there for probably 5, 6, 7 minutes.
Yeah.
But the team just got on the field a few minutes ago. Greg, your thoughts about Cleveland as far as 99% of the team getting here just before kickoff, and Marty Wheeler, one of Marty Wheeler's Cleveland teams did that, showed up just before kickoff, and don't know, if it's maybe trying to get a edge or what, but nevertheless, situation tonight was most of the team got here just a few minutes before the kick.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, I'm assuming they got, they did their preparation at home on their field, and then came down here and all that. But it just, I'm a firm believer that you need to spend time on the field. You need to, it's going to sound weird, you need to become one with the field, get used to the field that you're playing on and all that. It's just spend some time on it just to, again, I'm a details guy. So, I'm kind of, when I played, I'm out there. Of course, I didn't get to play on these nice turf fields, out there trying to find the spots, where it's not level, just things like that, just things you want to get used to. And that's why I'm a big proponent, and I've said this in, Cleveland girls basketball multiple times, where, I think you got to be in the gym, especially when you're traveling, with different gyms and stuff like that. You need to be there in time to get used to your surroundings, and again, that's a me thing.
But let us point out now that was a few years ago. It's not been the last 2 years for Cleveland girls.
Oh, agreed. No, definitely. And I thought I said that, but if I didn't say that, most definitely. That's been
just to clear things.
Yeah, that's from a few years ago.
Here we go to the third quarter, and it's going to be Cleveland kicking off, defending the south end zone. Bradley receiving and defending the north. And Bolaño's kickoff is in the end zone halfway through. So that's the best way to keep it out of the hands of the dangerous Bradley returners. Bears come out leading this one at 14-3. Very successful when they went fast in the second quarter there, not giving Cleveland time to hardly get set up. They got set up, but I mean, Bradley's strength and size started weighing on Cleveland in the second half. So we'll see what the Bears do here. Phelps will be the running back beside Braden Carroll. And it's going to be Phelps up the middle. Small opening there. He found it and goes for 3 yards. In on the tackle for Cleveland, Titus Matthews. As they're respotting the ball back to where we said the 23. Bradley wanting to go fast again, it appears. And for the third time in the game,
they went a little too fast.
Somebody forgot to tell the center of the Bears it was time to go.
Terry, it could be that the other guys went too fast, all of them.
10 at one time.
Yeah, all
yes.
10 of them.
That's a positive way of looking at it for his sake.
Definitely.
So add 5 for the Bears to get a first down. A lob downfield, count, great catch. And now they say incomplete. Reggie Hubbard had it, but lost it. Didn't have control. It bounces away. Reggie Hubbard stretches out at the 45 as far as he could on that 5-5 frame and just couldn't hang on to the ball.
Beautiful pass right there by Braden Carroll, though. He's Terry. I've been impressed tonight with the way Braden Carroll has played quarterback.
Absolutely, no questions. Second, make that third and long. Here's a give to Hubbard. Goes to the left side, and pursuit will bring him down at the 22. Good pursuit by Cleveland's D that time. And so coming up with a tackle, Denatolis. So Max Denatolis chased Hubbard and wrapped him up down at the 22. 4th down and 9 coming up. And already in there in punt formation will be Brady Lewis. Good snap. Lewis has no pressure, gets it away. Very high, fair catch by Kyrie Scott. It's going to hit, though, near midfield and be down there. So at the 48-yard line, Blue Raiders have good field position. And Greg, this crowd below us getting enthusiastic, trying to cheer the Blue Raiders on.
Yeah, most definitely. And again, great first stop right there. Great first drive there by the defense. So nice job by the defense. Now let's see if the offense can get some momentum off of that.
I'm guessing here, Greg, but I would say it's been an interesting week for the Blue Raiders after a tough game last week because they have been. From up here, they look like an entirely different team.
Yeah, most definitely. Again, rivalry games will do that to you.
Pass going to be caught and out of bounds. Cleveland will go out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Scott on the reception. I think number 3 for him tonight.
That is correct.
So put the ball at the 42 and 1st and 10 Cleveland. Their first Cleveland Ford first down of the half. McGowan makes one miss on the run and is going to be hit and knocked out of bounds after about a 4-yard pickup. He went 30 yards lateral to pick up 3 yards north-south.
Yeah. Scott limping off the field, so he'll need somebody to come in for him.
Yeah, Kyrie, a good night so far. And coming in for the Blue Raiders, freshman Jay Isbell in place of Kyrie Scott. So Isbell will line up slot receiver inside Westfield on the short side of the field. That's going to be the Cleveland side. The Cleveland sideline. And here comes a rush, and McGowan sacked back at the 45 of Cleveland. Huge sack that time. McGowan rolled right, and Bradley had sent 4 or 5, and they crashed through, and McGowan, big loss of yardage.
Great job by Perez right there, Anthony Perez on the sack right there. Bradley kept shifting, and Perez came through the line untouched.
I think that shift might have had something to do with it, Greg. Here's McGowan. He fakes, keeps it, right side, hit high and down at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, there's a penalty. He was going to get tackled right there in middle of the field, and there was a hold there to keep him from getting tackled. So that'll be 10 against Cleveland.
So mark it off against the Blue Raiders. Well, that sack hurt, and then add 10 yards to it, and it just kills drives. As the clock shows 9:23 to go in the third. Score same as it was at the half, 14-3 Bradley.
Looks like they declined the holding penalty.
Third and extra long for Cleveland.
It looks like it's about 22.
Anthony Eddings in there, standing beside McGowan. Bradley's D-line swaps sides. And here's McGowan, and chased out of the pocket. Going to run, and now throws, pass incomplete. And another tremendously late flag over here on the opposite side of the field from where all the action was.
I think that may be, well, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe he was across the line of scrimmage? Ineligible downfield.
Westfield's the only player over here, and he was by himself. So what is the flag about? Oh, illegal substitution. So that's what it was. And
that couldn't have been an illegal substitution because he did it after the play.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so that couldn't have been illegal substitution. I think this guy said ineligible guy downfield. I think the guy, yeah, it was an ineligible guy downfield.
All
so
right.
it wasn't illegal substitution. The press box guy called it wrong.
Yeah. And a flag on the play before the snap. Let's see what this one's going to be. Been interesting out there as it's going to be marked off against Cleveland. 5 yard, back them up. So it's the ball back at the 41 of Cleveland. So this drive has gone backwards real fast. They need the 33-yard line of Bradley. So low snap on the hop, and here comes the pressure. Bolaños makes one man miss, kicks on the run. It's going to be returnable at the 20. McCooch caught it on the hop. They spin him around and force him out of bounds. And there's a flag
Another
over on the Bradley sideline.
Yeah, after the play right there went too far.
So, see.
I think Bolaños is a much better punter when he's under pressure.
Seems to be.
It's not in his head. He's just worried about getting the punt off. I think he's he gets better punts off when he's under pressure.
It's going to be unsportsmanlike on Cleveland.
Yeah, it was a hit out of bounds.
Blue Raiders hit with a ton of penalties in the last 4 or 5 plays. So, see how far the yardage is. After they stop walking, they're crossing the 40. They're making the 45, and they will be at the 47, the Bradley 47-yard line.
Yeah, so a net 12-yard punt right there after the return and the penalty.
8:45 to go in the third quarter. Still 14-3 Bradley. And It's going to be Phelps running the ball. Phelps to the Cleveland 45, to the Cleveland 43, and close to a first. Good to see Kyrie Scott go back into the game. And Bolaños will come out as a safety. So second and about a yard for the Bears in Cleveland territory. Keeper, Braden Carroll left side. They love the left side with Carroll running the ball. Dax Evans in on the stop, but it's going to be a first down. A Cleveland forward first down, and we have a Bear injured back at the 45. So we're going to take a break here. We'll take a 30-second break. The score, 8:10 to go in the third. Bradley 14, Cleveland 3. We're back in 30 seconds.
The Billy Haney Meat Company has been serving this community for 56 years, locally owned and operated and open to the public. Feel free to call or just walk in to get all of your bulk food needs with no membership required. Keep your chest freezer stocked with frozen and fresh hamburger patties and frozen chicken of all types. The Billy Haney Meat Company literally has it all. Those square pizzas we all loved in school, they have those too. And they keep a large supply of your favorite candy and chips. Call the Billy Haney Meat Company at 336-2468 or visit them at 2154 Old Charleston Road.
Sharpen those pencils, pack those snacks, and don't forget that back-to-school smile.
Whoa, did you get braces?
Yep, I went to Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics of Chattanooga. They let me pick these colors. It was so easy.
Lucky, I can't wait to get braces.
At Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics of Chattanooga, we're here to get those pearly whites picture day ready.
Cheese!
Call 423-541-5500 or visit pdoc.com to book your back-to-school appointment today.
And we're back to action. Suskowicz on the carry, and he'll go inside the 35 to about the 34 and run out of bounds. Zach Denton was the Bear that was injured and helped off the field. Big offensive lineman for the Bears. Suskowicz has been a terror in there, Greg.
Yeah, he's it's really the first time we've seen him as a running back, and he's run the ball hard and well.
Big hole right up the gut. He'll go inside the 30 to the 20-yard line, and Suskowicz is running with abandon here as it's another first down, and they're in the Kia of Cleveland drive zone at the Cleveland 20-yard line. Bears up 14-3 here in the third, knocking on the door. The give, and this time just a yard or two at best.
Yeah, great job by DeGrassi right there.
Actually, DeGrassi.
Suskowicz in the game.
Suskowicz back in the game. We'll get it right in a minute. 7:10 to go in the third. Bears look at 2nd and 9. Braden Carroll pass. It's going to be caught at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown. Well, Cleveland came away with it, but it was after the catch for the touchdown. And McCooch on the touchdown there for the Bradley Bears.
Yeah, great job, great throw, and did a great. The ball was behind McCooch, but he was able to go get it. Great job by him right there on that catch.
We had not called his name a lot tonight, but he's a great receiver.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good player.
Point after coming up, and Canales will kick it through. The score, 6:58 to go in the third, is going to be Bradley 21, Cleveland 3. We'll be back in 60. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Fall into safe family fun at the YMCA October 25th. Experience the magic of Cleveland YMCA's Trunk or Treat. Enjoy costumes, games, trunk or treating, face painting, and more. Perfect for creating lasting family memories. And best of all, there are no tricks, only treats. It's free for YMCA members and non-members. Grab your ghouls and goblins and join the festivities on October 25th from 5 to 7 p.m. Visit ymcachattanooga.org for all the details.
Join Cleveland Fasteners and Supply for their annual Classic Cruise-In bike, truck, and car show on Saturday, October 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Free admission. They'll have a DJ, food trucks, door prizes, and more. Mix 104.1 will be there with a live broadcast. It's the Cruisin' Bike, Truck, and Car Show happening at Cleveland Fasteners and Supply Saturday, October 4th from 10 to 2. Starview Drive behind Bradley Rentals.
Just under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bradley's kickoff is going to roll and finally be taken on the second hop in deep trouble and barely to the 10-yard line on the return. That ball took an awkward hop when it hit the turf. And for Cleveland, chasing it down was Cam Wilson, but by that time the Bears were already there. So, and we get a flag.
No.
I can't believe it either. Let's see what it's going to be. It would be Cleveland ball at the 10 without the flag. We'll see which way it goes.
It's on Cleveland.
And called holding against Cleveland.
27-22. East Hamilton leads Walker Valley early in the third.
And
maybe the last team with the ball wins that one.
Absolutely. That game on 101.3 ESPN Cleveland with Andy Morris and Jim Gum. So the 5-yard mark-off against Cleveland on holding on the kickoff. And so Cleveland 95 yards from pay dirt with 6:51 to go in the third. A 21-3 count in favor of the Bears. Pass, Westfield, one-on-one out there with Hubbard, and Hubbard's going to catch him and throw him backwards. So, a gain of 3 on the play. Ball to be snapped, hash mark, the visitor side of the field.
15, Jeremiah Brownrow.
Again, Terry, just the thing that I've been most impressed with Bradley tonight is just the way they tackle, the way they're keeping the guys in front of them, they're wrapping up. This defense is the real deal.
Yes, it is. No doubt. Here's a give. Cleveland running the ball and finally being stuffed up across the 10. And for the Blue Raiders, the freshman carrying it, Tyrell Amerson. So Cleveland looking at third down. And they need 3 to go as we go under the 6-minute mark of the third quarter on Mix 104.1. Thanks for joining us on the regular signal or anywhere in the world on the My Mix 104.1 app. Bad snap. McGowan brings it down. Pass incomplete. Intended for Mihab, but the pass incomplete. Coverage by Bradley that time by J.J. Johnson. So fourth down coming up for Cleveland. And we've got a Blue Raider down on the field. So we're going to have a stoppage in play here. Gives us time to discuss something that, Greg, right now touches my heart. Craving the flavors of pizza and cheesy garlic bread? Look no further than Papa John's new garlic 5-cheese crust coated in a garlic Parmesan sauce and a savory Italian 5-cheese blend baked to extra cheesy perfection. Then add your favorite topping, all for $11.99. Available now at Papa John's. Ooh, I can taste it over here, Greg.
Yum. Sounds good.
Greg, you don't have to keep stats if you want to journey to Papa John's and bring one back.
You don't have to tell me twice. I'll be back. I'll see you.
No, you won't be back.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I'll go get one for myself, and I'll bring one to you next week.
Yeah.
So, Terry, second quarter, the wife just texted me. Apparently, instead of listening to us, she's watching.
What?
She's watching Baylor McCallie on TV. So there are 4 minutes left in that one in the half. It's 14-14, and in front of about 10,000 people down there in a stadium that fits 5,000.
That's right. Well, thanks to her for the update. As we're going to count that as a scoreboard from Ace Hardware, but really from Greg's better half. And it's going to be Cleveland lineman Cole Bowman limping off the field, being helped by training staff and
Dr. Spangler.
Dr. Spangler out
and
there.
And Dr. Spangler with those big monster arms and shoulders that he has, he could have just picked him up and carried him himself.
So Cleveland will get back out there. So we'll see about Bowman. Sloan Bolaños to kick on 4th down.
Fake?
I don't see it coming this year.
All
4th and 3 Cleveland, but they're at their 12. High snap, he'll bring it down. Here they come. He gets it away, a very high kick, and out of bounds. So, as we said earlier, Bolaños purposely kicking it out of bounds because of Bradley's punt returners. It's Bradley ball at the Cleveland 42-yard line. 5:30 to go in the third. 21-3, Bears on top. Cleveland off next week, so Greg and I will see you in 2 weeks as Cleveland will be back home and they'll face Knox Bearden. That will be a region game.
That will be somebody's going to get get a 0 out of the win off the win column.
Tucker Cook in at quarterback. Here's a give, and running the ball for the first time is Brady Lewis. And Lewis will go to the 36-yard line. So Braden Carroll's not maybe finished here as Tucker Cook is in the game, sophomore quarterback. His older brother, Tyler, of course, injured in the preseason and unfortunately having to miss this season. And Lewis again, and it's a shoving match at the 33-yard line. Whistle blows, and Lewis still has possession of the ball.
Yeah, Lewis is a large human that's going to be hard to get on the ground. He's big and strong.
And the thing about Brady, he's a junior, so he'll be back next year. 3rd and about 2 at the Cleveland 34-yard line. It's Lewis again, same play, first down, still on his feet, spins and goes near the 25. Big 3rd down carry by Brady Lewis. Brady's feeling it right now. He's pumped.
Yeah, he doesn't get a chance to carry the ball that often, so he is he definitely is liking getting his hands on the ball. Carroll back in the game at quarterback, so not sure what was going on there. Maybe he had a uniform something, but Carroll back in the game now.
And it's going to be Lewis for the 4th straight play. He runs the same hole over the left guard and will go inside the 25 near the 20-yard line. In fact, he'll place the ball down where it's supposed to be spotted. And now the center picks it up and gives it to the official.
Who puts it right back down where he put it.
Exactly
where he put it.
Brady left it.
He told him where it was supposed to go.
The man knows where to spot the ball.
That was awesome, Terry. I mean, the center picked it up and the official put it right back down where Brady set it down.
3:30 to go in the third, 21-3 Bradley, and they go over left guard again, 5th straight play, and Brady will go to the 19-yard line. Well, you call this clock management, Greg?
I think that's what you call it. I think this is what you call eating clock. Or, as Tom Brady would put it, taking the air out of the football.
Yes, they are.
Can I say that?
Yes, he took the air out of a lot of footballs. Here's a pass. Cleveland went for it, didn't get it. McCooch on the reception, but he'll only get a couple of yards. Cornerback broke on the ball, but just couldn't come up with the pick. McCooch will carry it and be down. See the spot going to be at the 17. They need the 16, 4th and a yard. Bears will go for it. Get the 11th player in there. And Damon Floyd will take a timeout. Nope.
No, Cleveland had a timeout. They had not 12, 13 players on the field.
Okay.
So Coach Brown quickly takes a timeout. Yeah.
Well, you have you have clock management on the Bradley side, and you have Cleveland trying to stop a 4th down, Greg. I mean, it's pretty simple.
You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. If it takes 13, see if you can sneak 13 out there.
And 13 would not hurt right now.
Yeah. And that official keeps taking his hat off and wiping his head, so he may have sweat in his eyes and not be able to see the extra players.
Yes, and he has the Keith Arnwine haircut, Greg.
And the Stephen Shelton.
And Stephen Shelton haircut. Yeah, and talking to Shelton pregame.
Ugh, that just makes me sick even hearing that.
Before you guys even started, it's nice to know that Stephen's still the same old Stephen. Success or hair has not spoiled him.
The same old Stephen, and that's not necessarily a good thing.
Well, in our long relationship as friends, that hair has yet to grow a quarter of an inch.
There's no doubt. There is no doubt.
Going to be a first down and more. Braden Carroll to the 10, to the 5, and finally forced out. First and goal to go. Nice run, Braden Carroll. As they have Westfield in there as a tight end.
That's 10 carries, 43 yards for Carroll.
This time he goes against the grain. He goes to the left side. All the power was on the right side, and no gain for Braden Carroll. So call it second down and near the 5. Hubbard will come in. Westfield will go out. And for Cleveland, Kyrese Westfield will come in. A.J. Westfield went out for the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears went out of their big package, so Cleveland went out of their big package and brought another cornerback in. Not sure I would have done that because we got a penalty flag. Illegal substitution on Cleveland. What?
Well, ball will be moved to the 2-yard line.
Excuse me.
Carroll will give, and Cleveland will stop it at the 1-yard line. Nice play, Cleveland's D, right up the gut, and they stop it at the 1. Look like
Brady Lewis on the carry again. I think they're just gonna keep giving it to the big man until he gets there.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Here's a keeper, and Braden Carroll will go in for Bradley's 4th touchdown of the night. With 1:40 to go in the third quarter, it's 27-3 Bears, as they have scored 27 straight. And looking for number 28 off the toes of their sophomore kicker, Noah Canales, who has yet to miss a point after this year. 1:40 on the third quarter clock. And the kick is still perfect from there. So Canales perfect on PATs, and we'll be back in 60. The score, Bradley 28, Cleveland 3. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by the one and only Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. Back in 60.
Need a new shop, garage, or other unique space? Explore post-frame building kits from Best Buy Metals. Best Buy Metals kits utilize steel trusses for the ultimate in strength and durability. When you need it to last, call Best Buy Metals. Stop by or visit bestbuymetalroof.com for your custom structure.
Hi, this is James with Cleveland Business Services. We're here standing by ready to help any local small businesses with a variety of needs. And we can handle just about any tax situation you find yourself with, whether it be business, personal, or a combination of both. Our personal tax returns start at $39. We can help you get filed using our app. We can schedule you an in-office appointment, or you can simply drop off your tax documents and be filed within 48 hours or less. Reasonable rates and a dedicated staff are just a few reasons why Cleveland Business Services is a great choice. Give us a call today at 423-86-TAXES. That's 423-868-2937.
Bradley's kickoff taken on the run by Jay Isbell, the freshman. Goes to the right side, turns it upfield, and Isbell is out near the 25 if there's no flags on the play.
which is always debatable.
I don't see one yet. Scanning the field and none are showing up, so that's good.
Well, they could drop one anytime, Terry, so just keep your eyes open.
You know, unfortunately, folks, he's correct. We're still searching the field.
Oh, nope, there was one.
Oh, Greg.
I didn't.
One of those invisible flags. It's going to be against the Blue Raiders.
No.
And here is the mark-off. So instead of fair field position, it's going to go back to the 12-yard line.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Blue Raiders at the 12-yard line.
So Cleveland first and 10 at their 12. McGowan stands at his own, throws and incomplete. So pass to the short side of the field, but incomplete for Scott. So 1:25 to go in the third quarter. As coming in for Cleveland is going to be Quentin Jones, a senior tight end, H-back combo. 1:25 in the third, 28-3. Cleveland trails the Bears here at Bear Stadium. Trips, short side of the field. Here's a give, and absolutely nowhere to go. Back to the 5-yard line. Big loss on the play. Amerson, the freshman, as McIntosh was about the first one to hit him. He was running toward McIntosh's side of the field.
McIntosh is a player, and he's an even better player because he's got Westfield getting all the attention over there, so he's getting single covered, and McIntosh is a heck of a player himself.
And he'll be back next year.
Yeah, and he's a junior. He's got a chance to get stronger and bigger, and he's a really, really good player.
Third and very long. McGowan to receive it at the 2-yard line. And here's a give, a little bit of running room, and Amerson will come through to the 10, to the 15. Nice run. So give on fourth down, give a little bit more space if they decide to punt. And looks like Cleveland's going to stay out there until the third quarter comes to an end and then make their decision about whether they're punting or going for it. At the end of 3 here at Bear Stadium, Bradley 28, Cleveland 3. We're back in 60.
This is Dr. Brian Beard with the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry. CAD-CAM technology allows us to make your crown or veneer in one visit. No temporary, no sticky impression. We've had this technology for over 25 years now and have really perfected it so much that I prefer it for some interior cosmetic work. The color, the shapes, the contours are in my hands and not in a third-party lab that doesn't really know what the patient wants. Give us a call at 476-6541. Come see the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry difference.
Switching jobs is stressful. Switching schools is painful. But switching your insurance policies to Allstate, it really couldn't be easier. At Allstate, you can call one local agent who can assist you with all of your policies and make the paperwork simple. Here in Cleveland, Allstate agent George Gray can help you protect everything from your home, car, boat, and motorcycle to your RV, ATV, and more. See George Gray, Allstate Insurance on Keith Street. Are you in good hands?
Shop over 225 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, Rams, up to $14,000 off MSRP. Or get financing as low as 2.9% for up to 72 months. Get model year closeout savings on a new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie, up to $14,000 off MSRP on that. As Bolaños to punt on fourth down, gets it away. Nice kick, going to be taken at the 47 of Bradley. McCooch with the ball, and McCooch is going to have Blue Raiders all over him. And about the numbers 5 and 6, as far as not uniform numbers, about the 5th and 6th Blue Raiders to get him, got him where he caught the ball at the 47.
Terry, East Ham 30, Walker Valley 22, 5:40 left in the third.
Still a long way to go on that one.
And then Baylor leading McCallie 17-14 at the half. And, that would be a little bit of an upset. I think McCallie's definitely favored in that game, and they're ranked nationally.
So those, all joking aside, those are two really good football teams.
Well, I mean, Baylor's got 2 5-stars that are juniors this year. So, I mean, you don't see a lot of teams that have 2 5-stars on them.
Bradley going home run and incomplete. Intended for McCooch. Cleveland had good inside coverage on that. And so it was Mihah there step for step with McCooch as Bradley goes home run for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Mihah got there late, but he got there, so was able to knock McCooch off of his off the path right there. That could have been a long one.
2nd and 10 from the Bear 46-yard line as we go to the fourth quarter. And it's going to be Brady Lewis carrying the ball. Cleveland not bringing him down. He'll go inside the Cleveland 40 to the 38-yard line. As Greg pointed out, Brady, a big human being, very, very strong, and Cleveland just was not able to bring him down before he gets a Cleveland Ford first down.
7 carries, 38 yards for Lewis.
And more as he picks his way through, that time running on the right side of the formation. He's been running over left guard for almost every play that he's carried the ball. This time goes right side. And so Bradley wanting to go fast at the Cleveland 27-yard line. Split out to the left side. For Bradley is James. Here's a give, and not much this time. They never brought Lewis down, but the play is stopped as he was wrapped up by Eddings, Lacorius Eddings.
Yeah, Lewis lowers his head and runs hard, runs downhill, Terry.
Yes. Just over 10 minutes left in this one, 28-3, Bradley on top. Keeper, Braden Carroll right side, and runs out of real estate going to the short side of the field. Somebody stuck an arm out, but that wasn't going to be enough at the line of scrimmage to stop him.
Yeah, the Cleveland defensive lineman almost had him from behind, but that didn't happen either.
Bradley quickly to the attack from the Cleveland 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Brady Lewis right side. They close the outside, or bottled up Cleveland's D on the inside. Brady goes outside to the 10 and inside the 10 and out of bounds.
Give him 18 on that.
Cleveland to the inside, and he had a lot of running room outside.
Yeah, 10 for 62 for him, and Braden Carroll 13 for 50 with the 2 touchdowns.
Flag on the play. Again, it may be where the center didn't snap the ball.
I think it is.
Poor guy living hard tonight.
Yeah.
In front of thousands of people here at Bears Stadium. That's the thing about it, Greg, when you've got the ball and there's everybody watching, you can't cover up.
Hey, but it's everybody else's fault. They're responsible to watch him. It's their fault.
He knew on what number he was going to snap that ball.
Yep.
So, ball goes back near the 11 of Cleveland. So once again, Bradley in the Kia of Cleveland drive zone as the clock shows 9:30 to go in this one, and Bears up at 28-3. They have scored 28 straight. Brady Lewis bounces outside again and goes into the end zone, touchdown. Same play, and once again, Cleveland got pushed inside, and Lewis just cuts it to the outside and goes in for his first touchdown of the evening.
So 11 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown for Brady Lewis, all in the second half.
So on the offensive side, Lewis coming into the game with 11 receptions, but he's done the groundwork here in the second half. Cook, the holder, gets it down. Canales kick. He stays perfect on the year. And the scoreboard will show 36-3 in favor of Bradley, and we'll be back in 60.
Well, we made it to the running clock.
At Bradley Medical Center, our pledge is excellence. Every person, every time. From the beginning, we've understood that it's the people who make our town special. We all have a job to do, and we all depend on one another. At Bradley, our role is to make sure that you and your family can access the care you need when you need it from a medical team you can trust. And we're more present than ever. Bradley Medical Center, bringing it all back home.
Whirlpool Cleveland is currently hiring for entry-level production roles. Starting pay $18.25 per hour, jumps to $19.35 per hour after 90 days. Benefits start on day one, including medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, and more. 120 total hours of paid time off. 10 hours the first 3 months. Remaining balance after 90 days. Apply at jobs.whirlpool.com. Jobs.whirlpool.com.
The Cleveland kickoff stopped at the Blue Raiders 17-yard line, so see if Cleveland can muster some offense here, trailing 35-3. I gave incorrect score. It's not 36, it's 35-3. And Bradley adds another man to the line, and there's a tip pass intercepted. Intercepted near the 22-yard line. Coming up with the pick, Jeremiah Brownlow. Jeremiah just was standing there. The pass was tipped. He didn't have to move. Ball falls in his hand, and Jeremiah gets it back to the 15, and Bradley's knocking on the door again, leading at 35-3. 7:47 on the clock till this one's over. Second time in the game. The first time was in the first quarter where a Cleveland pass is tipped and intercepted. So Braden Carroll will be in there, and it's going to be Phelps as a running back, and Phelps has a ball and cuts it up, goes to the 10. So for the sixth time in the game, Bradley's in the key of Cleveland drive zone. Clock at the 7-minute mark of this game. Highland coming out for Cleveland as a linebacker. Here's a give, and it's going to be Phelps. Cleveland covers him, but he'll fall forward for a couple of yards. So inside the 10.
East Hamilton 37, Walker Valley 22 with 3:17 left in the third.
Bradley ready to snap it. And it's Suskowitz, and he's in. Suskowitz goes in for the touchdown from 7 yards out. And the Bears move it to 41-3. So we'll have a running clock for a while. Cook will be the holder. Canales the kicker. Suskowitz, and I believe that's his first touchdown of the year. Kick in the air. It is good. Canales stays perfect. And the score here, 42-3 in favor of the Bears, and we'll be back in 60 seconds.
No more varicose or spider veins. No more tired, achy, restless legs. No more restless nights. Start your journey to a better you with help from Milligan Vein Clinic. Their board-certified physicians have treated thousands of patients using the latest technologies to restore healthy, great-looking legs. There's little or no downtime, and your procedure is covered by most insurance. Milligan Vein Clinic, improving the quality of your life. Visit milliganvein.com or call Dr. James Gooden today at 423-961-5682.
Leisure Time Bowling is Cleveland's party place. Birthday parties for children, teenagers, and adults. Birthday parties at home take a lot of work, a lot of decorating, cooking, cleaning. Let Leisure Time Bowling do the work for you. Custom party packages are available, including some with Cosmic Bowling. Call 728-2988, 728-2988, ltbowling.com.
Bradley kickoff coming up, leading 42-3 halfway through the fourth quarter. And this has been the deepest one so far, taken at the 2-yard line. 10, 20, bounces off of one, still on his feet. Cam Wilson will get it back just short of the 30-yard line. Nice return for Cam. Well, Greg, when the floodgates open, they open really wide.
Yeah, no doubt. Just, again, Cleveland scored first, and then now Bradley has run off 42 straight. Terry, I was about to say, I think they've got to find a way to get Cam Wilson the football on offense. He looks good with the football in his hands. I think they've got to find a way to get him the football in his hands on offense, I believe.
Cam, his first year at Cleveland, played at Hickson last year. We're glad to have him wearing the blue and white. Cleveland off next week, a bye week. So in 2 weeks from tonight, Cleveland at home against Bearden. And it's going to be Amerson, the freshman, going to the 30-yard line. Short pickup.
Eight carries, 20 yards for Amerson.
And he'll come out now, and Eddings will go in. Anthony Eddings. He was an interesting interview this week on Meet the Raiders 2025. Fun guy to talk to. McGowan fires, pass incomplete behind Westfield. Papa John's Pizza in and around the greater Chattanooga area offers fundraising for schools, churches, sports teams, dance teams, and for nonprofit organizations. For details, call Papa John's today.
Penalty after the play. No, it surprises you. I think it's going to be on Bradley. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Clock running with a Bradley 39-point lead. And so 3:40 and counting in this ball game. Cole Hitson to snap it back to McGowan. McGowan looking, everybody out in the pattern, and that's got to be a flag right there. Unintentional tripping pass intended for the Blue Raiders, Quentin Jones, and he was stripped by one of the D-backs for Bradley. Flag is at the 25-yard line. They'll mark off the penalty from the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a Cleveland first down. So ball at the Bradley 40. How many first downs? Oh, sorry, Greg. You were busy there.
Oh no, you're good. Terry, I'm not keeping up with the first down, so I'm not sure how many it is.
And here's a give. Anthony Eddings will go inside the 40 to the 37. 2:20 left in this ball game.
I can tell you that Cleveland has 82 yards of total offense.
Let's say a more positive game than last week as far as overall goes, in my opinion. McGowan chased out of the pocket, looking for friends, fires at the last minute. Touchdown! Oh, they're going to say
you got
at
two.
The 1-inch line, Kyrie Scott catches it. There were two receivers there. Both of them stayed deep. McGowan was on the run, threw it a foot before he went out of bounds. He was being chased the whole time. And
you got two holding penalties back here is the problem.
You got to be kidding.
Yeah, it was two separate holding penalties.
You know, Greg, I could comment, but we will let it roll. But
yeah,
I'll tell you off the air, Greg.
There we go.
Well, Baldy's having to wipe that head again, I tell you. The boy needs a sweatband out there.
He needs a sweatband.
He's the official with the white cap on. He's had a sweaty nut. So, nice play, wiped off. Here's a pass to Kyrie Scott to the 45. Bradley clock at the 25-second mark. And it's going to be a 42-3 Bradley victory tonight here at Bear Stadium. See if Cleveland's will snap it again. Yes, they will. 10 seconds to go. One last play, unless we get a flag. McGowan with all day, going home run to the end zone, incomplete. That's the ball game here at Bear Stadium, 42-3 in favor of the Bears tonight, as their record will go to 5-2 on the year. And we'll take a 2-minute break and come back. Stay tuned for Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. Andy Jenkins and I think Mr. Winters is going to be there tonight. So stay tuned for Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. They'll have a lot to talk about. Call in to 423-614-6499 and comment on this game, the Walker Valley game, any game you want to talk about. Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. We're back in 2 minutes.
Some billboard lawyers will tell you that size matters when they don't even have a lawyer in Chattanooga. Some billboard lawyers may have a couple lawyers and an answering machine. But at Warren Griffin, size does matter with 10 local attorneys and 30 support staff. Call your local 5-star law firm.
I'm C-Mark. I'm John Mark. We have more 5-star reviews than any law firm in this area.
Call us at 265-HURT. We are your local law firm.
Wright Brothers Construction Company Incorporated has over half a century of experience completing some of the most challenging projects across the Southeast, from moving millions of cubic yards of excavation in Alabama to spanning rivers in Virginia. Find out more at WBCCI.com. WBCCI.com. Wright Brothers Construction Company congratulates the student athletes and families.
Need cash? Check. Behind on bills? Check. Unexpected car repair, broken appliance, surprise vet bill? Check, check, and check. Time to check into Cash, your one-stop money shop. Check all the boxes all in one place. From payday loans to flex lines of credit, we've got solutions that move with you. The process is simple, quick, and designed to get you the help you need fast. If you've been approved, you can leave with cash in hand. Check Into Cash also offers check cashing, money orders, wire transfers, and even gift card buyback. Check your worries at the door and check into a store to apply. We have stores in the Chattanooga area, including Cleveland and Athens. Or visit checkintocash.com to get started today. Check Into Cash. We fund today to make a better tomorrow. Subject to state regulations, eligibility, credit check, underwriting, and approval. Rates, restrictions, and fees apply. Visit a store for details. You're listening to Cleveland Blue Raider football on Mix 1041 and at mymix1041.com. It's time for the Cleveland Fasteners postgame show. Visit them on Starview Drive in Cleveland. And now, the Blue Raiders football postgame report.
Welcome to the postgame show on Mix 1041. We appreciate you wherever you're listening to the game. The regular signal or on the Mix 1041 app. Thank you. The final tonight, Bradley 42, Cleveland 3. As we will have the Dales Heating and Air Player of the Game, justgodales.com. Greg?
Terry, player of the game tonight, we're going to have to give it, the only points on the board for Cleveland. He handled the punt, so we're going to give the player of the game to Sloan Bolaños tonight as the player of the game with a 33-yard field goal.
And the post-game stats by Cleveland Fasteners and Supply for all those nuts and bolts you can't find anywhere else. And if they ain't got them, you don't need them. Cleveland Fasteners and Supply on Starview Drive. Greg?
All right, Terry. In the third quarter, with 6:58 left in the third quarter, Braden Carroll to Spencer McCooch, 19-yard pass. Canales with the extra point. With 1:40 left in the third quarter, Carroll had a 1-yard run. Canales with the extra point. Your score at the end of the third quarter, 28-3. In the fourth quarter, Brady Lewis had an 11-yard run. Canales with the extra point to make it 35-3. And then Suskowitz got his touchdown on a 7-yard run. Canales with the extra point to get to your final, 42-3. For Bradley tonight, Braden Carroll was 8 of 11, 74 yards and 2 touchdowns in the air. He also had 13 carries for 50 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground, so he's responsible for 4 touchdowns tonight. Kenyon Phelps had 9 for 52. DeGrassi had 6 for 45. Brady Lewis in the second half, mainly in the fourth quarter, had 11 carries, 73 yards and a touchdown. Hubbard was 2 for 11, and Suskowitz was 3 for 22 with a touchdown. So here's your game, Terry. 44 carries, 253 yards, and 4 touchdowns for Bradley on the ground.
That is the game.
So Phelps was 1 catch for 4 yards. Hubbard, 4 catches for 33 yards. McCooch, 4 for 37 and a touchdown. Total offense tonight for Bradley, 327. They had 9 penalties for 70 yards on them as well. For Cleveland, McCowan, 11 of 24, 62 yards and an interception. On the ground, McGowan, 10 carries, 1 yard. He was sacked twice. Tyrell Emerson, 8 carries, 20 yards. Anthony Edens, 3 carries for 2 yards. So Cleveland had 21 carries for 21 yards tonight. Westfield had 4 catches for 29. Scott had 4 for 16. Miha, 2 for 15. And Edens, 1 for 2. So Cleveland had 83 yards of total offense and 10 penalties for 84 yards of penalties. So -1 yards tonight for Cleveland in total offense. Terry?
That's going to wrap up the broadcast tonight of Bradley winning over Cleveland. This broadcast dedicated to everybody that would have loved to have been at Bear Stadium tonight, but for whatever reason you couldn't be here, a work obligation, a health issue, you don't live in the area anymore, whatever the situation, we appreciate you listening on the regular signal or the Mix 1041 app. For Greg Phillips, Terry Evans saying